Hello guys, hopefully you are doing well. Harry here, and today I'm really excited to make this video on the NVIDIA corporations, right? So basically, I would like to thank you all the guys for watching my videos and providing me positive feedback. Hopefully, I'm creating a powerful impact on this world and helping people to motivate and also to provide them guidance while they are joining this Python programming as well as financial sector. So I'm trying my best, right? And thank you for your love and support, right? Right guys, so let's start, right? So let's move on. Okay guys, so let's see what trend says, right? So basically you can see over here there's a lot of news going on, there's a lot of buzz going on, right? So I was watching some of the news in the morning, and especially about the NVIDIA corporation. So you guys all know that NVIDIA is traded on NASDAQ, right? That's the symbol for the NVIDIA. And especially when it's come to NVIDIA, when I was 14 15, when I was a gamer, right, I used to play a lot of video games. So NVIDIA was one of my favorite companies. So I didn't know that NVIDIA was more about the innovations, right? More about the creating values. I just knew that they create games, they create those components especially for gaming, So basically you can see over here, so what's going on at the moment, right? So it's NVIDIA race toward $1 trillion club as AI frenzy drive chip stock higher. So you guys remember about the last time when there was a crypto market was on a trend. So a lot of the miners, they start mining the crypto, and there was shortage of the graphic card, and especially when it's come to the productions, they don't have any semiconductors. So that's really affected the NVIDIA during those years, right? And especially with the Tesla, same happened with the Tesla, right? There was a shortage of the semiconductor. You know that most of the AI, when it's come to the AI and the innovation, so NVIDIA is really ahead from all of us, right? So now you can see over here, that's how it's looked like on 2002, right? Over here, I don't know what's exactly the price over here, so basically we're gonna check it later, right? So now you can see over here, it's look like it has crossed 350. It's above the 350 now. So most probably I remember last time when I was on LinkedIn, somebody told me like it's nearly trading on 380. So that was quite impressive, the NVIDIA has made a history today. So I don't know what's gonna happen next, whether the people are gonna take the profit, or whether they're gonna hold their who are gonna hold their securities over there. I don't know. So let's see what's gonna happen, right? So we cannot give any kind of conclusion without rationalizing anything, right? So basically we need to understand what basically going on the market, right? So we need to be a rational we need to be rational when it's come to a market, right? So we need to know what's exactly going on, we need to understand our analysis, and we need to figure out the analogies, right? So okay, so the correct analogy for me right the moment is simple moving average. So I'm gonna use a simple moving average to understand the market today. So basically I'm gonna show you what simple moving average is, right? So I was reading this article, just try to make this clear and in depth to make you understand what is simple moving average, right? So basically a simple moving average calculate the average of a range of price by the number of period within that range, right? So let's say a simple moving average is a technical indicator that aid to determine if an asset price will continue or if it reverse a bull or bear trend, right? So basically you can see over here, right, this is the chart that I was working on last time on NVIDIA. For the past few months, basically past few years, it was showing a bull trend, right? So then it went to the bear. You can see from since over here 18th of November, right, 2021 till let's say like till over here, yeah. So 19th of October 2022 is when all the bearish, right? Then after start rising up, right? So I still cannot see the clear picture over here, right? But when it's come to the news, it's showing something else. Maybe they are predicting something else, right? So let's see what our analysis says, right? But when I'm using this especially ongoing live data, that's really make me that's really make me confused, because like I'm more about asset management, right? I'm more about calculating the risk, right? I'm more about looking for the long-term value, right? Not for the short-term value. But when I see for NVIDIA, especially when I was working with the 50 days simple moving average and 100 days simple moving average, then I have seen there's the two significant golden cross, right? And there's another dead cross over here. So basically you can see over here right? So something is wrong over here, right? So let me show you what basically is wrong. That's I was working with those short-term indicator, right? So I need to fix this out again just to show you guys. So if I'll put this 50 and I'll put this 100, right now you can see over here there's a basically you can see over here there's the point and there's another point, right? So those are your golden cross, right? Why this is a golden cross? Because see, the green one is our basically the green one is our 100 days moving average, and 50 is our 50 days sorry, yellow is our 50 days moving average, right? So basically you can see over here when the 50 moving average is above 100 moving average, that's give us a golden cross over here, right? So basically when 50 moving average is fall below the 100 this simple moving average, it's known as a dead cross, right? You can see over here that's the dead cross, right? That's the sell off. There's a lot of sell off going over here, right? People are start selling it. So that's the reason why it was going down, because you know, like a lot of financial institutions, they follow the indicator, they follow the trend, and they start doing same, right? So guys, now we are seeing something trend over here, right? So it's look like a linear, and I have used linear regressions over here, and most probably like a deviation side. I have used the two lower deviation 2 and the upper deviations 2, right, on the linear regression model, right? You can see over here. So basically it's showing me the upward trend at the moment, right? So that's basically your bull market. So let's move on. So let me show you something a crazy stuff, right, before we move on. So yeah, this is the formula for the simple moving average, right? So you need to have all those price of an asset on the period n, right? So let's say like we have from 1 week, so that's gonna be a 1 week chart, like 20 to 23 will lie over here, right? And the number of total period, so basically gonna be 1 2 3 4 5, right? It's gonna be 5 over here, and all of those sum over here, right? So that is your mean value, right? So yeah, so let's move on, right? So let's move on. Let me show you something right, guys. So I have did some few process already just to show you guys how the thing work, right? So I don't want to go through again and again, right? So let's import the library, right? This is the most important part at the moment, just to mine those data, right? So this is import yfinance as YF, which basically connect our yfinance API, right? I'm gonna run this. So now we're connected to yfinance API. So now what I'm gonna do is just gonna mine those live data, right? So basically now you can see over here the object has been defined. So basically NVIDIA is our ticker, which we are storing in the NVIDIA variables, right? So we are using this symbol. This symbol represent NVIDIA. So you can see over here NVIDIA, right? So Nasdaq NVDA, right? So we are using NVDA again, right? So I'm defining the maximum period. So basically I'm gonna mine all those data from the day one of trading on IPO on Nasdaq. So basically now you can see over here that is the days we are trading till on NVIDIA 6125, right? So and another is the launch, when the IPO was launched. IPO was launched on the 1999, right? And it's on January, and it is the day is saying like 22. So now you can see over here basically if you put into the scale into max over here, right? Like this, you can put into the max, and you can see over here it was traded on the first day of IPO launch was on January 22 1999, right? So let's move on, right? So what we're gonna do next, right? So basically next I need to know like what kind of columns we have. So basically we know it's it's open close, right? Basically high, low, and volume, right? These are the all we need, right? So NVIDIA, right? So I will say everything is fine. So basically I just need something known as close, right? And after closing I need to know like how many year of time frame I'm looking for to plot the graph. So basically I want to plot all of them at the moment, just to have a roughly idea does it exactly look like this graph or not, right? So just for validations, right? Let's see. So data is quite heavy, so it will take time. So now you can see over here, so that's how it's look like, right? So now let's start with let's say plt dot figure, right? So figure, right? Let's say fig size 6 and 5, right? just double checking in case, because I'm gonna reuse all this code but I'm typing over here. So I'm just gonna copy and paste for the next graph, right? So now you can see over here, okay, that's look absolutely fine. I just want VBit, yeah, that's fine. So let's say plt.x label, right? I will say date, right? So plt.y label, I will say price, right? So basically the price is in dollar. Okay, and say plt.title, right? So NVIDIA, let's say NVDA. That's look class, because that will be the symbol of the ticker, and you can see over here, NVDA, yeah. And plt dot show, that's important, and plt dot close, right? Let's save our memory. And another is what I can do is plt dot let's say something like grid line. I want grid line, right? So grid, right? So line style dash dash, right? And I will say color equal to gray, right? Color is gray. And after that color, we can also define alpha, right? How much faded we want that grid line. Let's say 0.7. that will be nice. So there we go, a beautiful graph will be in front of you, right? And we can start moving on, right? So basically now we have to make those moving average. So now you can see over here, so this is how your NVIDIA look like, right? So basically I have seen something, right, while doing some analysis on those NVIDIA, right? So let's say like on this area, right, on the 1 year of area, you can see over here we cannot see that much trend or bear or bullish, right? So we are looking for long-term value. On the 5-year chart, you can see over here, right? See, on the 5-year chart, it's a clear picture, right? That's the bull, right? That's a bear, right? That's a bull. But I really want to use a moving average indicator just to know what is the trend look like, right? So basically I'm going to use this 5-year chart, right? So we're only using 5-year chart, not 2-year, 3-year, just a 5-year chart, right? So basically on the 5-year, I just want to specifically like 365, right? 365 times 5, that's give me 1825 days. Okay, so I'm like that's how I really want to use it. You can use it into another way. You can just define over here into the max, you can say 5-year, right? But I just want to have this graph, right? I want to see the overall picture, right? That's the reason. So I'm gonna copy this again, right? So this is the overall, right? So basically what I'm gonna do over here is like dot, right, dot tail, oops, small t, dot tail, right, not head, it's to be tail, 1825, right? So then plot. So basically that's a cheat code, right? And now you can see over here, that's how this look like for the 5-year. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna say over here 5 year, right? I'm gonna declare this, right? So basically if I copy this and I put over here, that will be more reasonable for you guys to to play around with your Python programming, right? So yeah, that's look better. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just make a moving average now. So for a simple moving average, so we are gonna do first short term moving average. So we have to do 20 and 50, right? So basically 20 days moving average, this moving average represent the average price of overall 20 trading days, and is used to capture short term price movement. And 50 days moving average, this moving average represent the average price over the 50 trading days and provide a slightly long term perspective, right? So let me show you guys. If I want to know what is basically a moving average, let's say like I have a data, I say x, right? So I'm gonna use a for loop again just to show you, like x for x in range, right? So 1 to 10, sorry, 1 to 11, I need to know how many is there, right? So let's say I think it should be 10 counting numbers. There you go, 10 natural numbers, right? So I'm gonna use num divided by len num, right? So now you can see over here, oops, something is wrong, right? So num, oh sorry, sum, you forgot the sum in it. So sum Now you can see over here is 5.5, right? So similarly, if I say something like, okay, this is like say like this is for like 10 days, right? Let's say like 10 days price, $1, $2, $3 every day, $10 increasing. Okay, so what gonna be a next? So next gonna be like from 2 to 12, right? So if you see over here, so num is gonna be like from 2 to 11. So basically we're gonna use same formula, right? So the moving average will change now, it will be 6.5, right? So similarly, how I'm gonna use this for all those historical charts, right? So let me show you. Okay, so basically I'm gonna use only 5 year on this video, right? So I have already defined over here that 5 years will represent me those days, right? Right guys, so let's move on, right? So basically what I'm gonna say, right, I'm gonna say NVIDIA, right, dot tail, right? I'm gonna say 5 into 365, or you can just put like the up one, right? So 5 year, right? So we have mentioned in the previous block, right? So let's say NVIDIA, right? Now you can see over here we have the 5 year chart, right? So dot shape, oops, why I'm doing this shape, right? And after this we'll have received same amount of graph, right? So basically 1825, right? 5 year 1825, that's validated our answer, right? So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna create a moving average, right? So basically guys, it's really easy to create a moving average. You're just gonna say NVIDIA, right? I'm gonna say simple moving average, right? Now first I need 20, right? And let's do it together, right? Right, we can say NVIDIA, oops, right? And right, dot, right, then rolling, right? So we have to mention the value over there, then mean value, right? So basically here is gonna be 20 and here is gonna be 50, right? So basically we have to import the warning now side. So what we can do over here is we can just go over here and we say import warnings, right? So warning dot filter warning, right? And I say ignore, right? If I can run this, basically I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just clear all the output again, right? And I'll just start running all those cells, right? So yeah, should be fine now. So it will run automatically all the cell and it will just help us to, you know, like to make everything clear, right? Neat and clean, basically what I mean. And yeah, it's processing, right? It's almost here. Okay, so now you can see over here, yeah, now it's look fine. So NVIDIA, now you can see over here there's 9 values over there. So you can say dot drop NA, right? If you drop NA, now you can see over here all those 9 values has been dropped, right? So but our shape, I'm like, that has been changed, right? Dot shape, right? So 1825, right? So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna plot this graph, right? So basically I'm gonna copy this one on the top shelf, right? I'm just gonna copy this one and I'm gonna remove this 5 year. I don't need this now, right? So I'm gonna just plot the moving average now. So I'm gonna what I can do is like I'm just gonna copy this again, right? Just to save time, right? Instead of close, I will just I will just delete this, and you can see over here we need those SMA20 and SMA50. So I'm gonna just hit those tab button into my keyboard and I'll say SMA20, and another is SMA 50, right? We can define a color over here, color equal to, let's say, green, right? And another we can define over here is color equal to yellow. No, suppose it let's say red, right? This should be gold. That will look better, it will look nice. So, and I will say plt dot legend, right? Now you can see over here. So basically you can see over here, right? So those are just the close price. Now you can see over here, same with the close price, you will see those moving averages over here. So the golden one is our simple moving average 20 days, and the simple moving average 50 days our red one. So there's a lot of golden cross and that cross going on at the moment. You can see over here, this is the point where is the golden cross, right? See those one, the yellow one, right? So there is a upward trend, you can see over here. See over here, now is going downward trend, right? Because of the red one is red one basically which represent a simple moving average 50 is above the simple moving average 20 on this area, right? So people start selling off on those areas. So guys, what we can do next is I'm not gonna plot any other indicator for this one for simple moving average 20 because we won't be able to see those data properly. We need to amplify, I mean we need to basically look into the small areas, right? So because we are using a 5-year time frame, it will be quite difficult to see into those areas, right? So I'm gonna stop this simple moving average 20 days over here, right? 20 and 50 days, right? So basically this video doesn't cover on depth about a simple moving average for the short term. I will make a video on the short term strategy, right? Where we're gonna use a simple moving average with respect to smaller time frame, right? So we're gonna use a historical data. For this one, I just want to show you the overview between how to use those indicators, simple moving average for short term average movement, medium term moving average, and also for long term moving average, right? Let's say we want to do another one. Before that, what I'm gonna say over here is short term moving average, right? Just to make a references, right? So I'm just gonna copy this in case, right? So now right, medium term moving average. So now you have seen on the medium term moving average basically over here, right? We need to have 100 days and 50 days, right? So basically we have made 50 already, right? Now we need 100. So I'm gonna copy this, right? I'm just gonna say over here something like 100, right? I'm gonna roll this into 100, right? Now I'm gonna say, oops, sorry, say NVIDIA because I need to remove those 9 values, right? We have 9 values over here, right? So dot drop NA, right, in place, right? So let's see the shape, right? How the shape look like. Oops, sorry, not open and close parentheses, right? Shape 1726, right? So basically we're gonna copy this again, right? And we're gonna, what we can do is just put this into 100 instead of removing this, right? And well, just checking on how it's look like, then we can change those colors, right? Basically those colors need to be in opposite way, right? So yeah, it's working. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna put this 100, right? This 50 because I'm specific with the visualizations, right? Because golden need to be the small moving average and red need to be a long moving average, especially the 100 moving average, right? So basically now I'm gonna do is line width, right? Line width, right? Line width equal to 0.5, right? So let's see how it's work. After that we're gonna create one more indicator for this one, right? Now you can see over here, yeah, so that's quite faded, right? So that's not nice, so that's won't work. Okay, let's try again. So you can see over here, now it's look better, right? So you can see over here, those are the area where it's a linear trend. You can see over here, those are the trend over here. If you put a linear model over here, it will show a straight line on this side, right? If you use a machine learning, on this one is a downward trend, because you can see the red one is basically the 100 moving average is above the 50 moving average, right? There's a death cross over here, right? Those are a golden cross, and those are a golden cross, and those look like a no trend, to be honest, right? But we need to magnify those signal, then we can check over there, right? So basically what we can do next is we can make a one more indicator which automatically tell us what's going on, right? So let's say NVIDIA, right? So NVIDIA no, not like this. Let's say like golden cross, right? That will be cool. Golden crosses, right? Let's make an algorithm. Let's build an algorithm which automatically detect whether it is a golden cross or it is a bearish cross, right? Let's say golden cross, right? And I will say NVIDIA, NVIDIA. Then I will say NVIDIA again, yeah, and dot simple moving average, right? Simple moving average 50, right? And I will say greater than NVIDIA. Oops. Yeah, that's the one. NVIDIA dot simple moving average 100, right? And after that we have to define one more. Oops, let's say golden, right? That sound better. Bearish crosses equal to NVIDIA let's say NVIDIA dot simple moving average, right? Simple moving average 50 is less than NVIDIA. Is basically gonna get into the opposite way, right? So simple moving average 100, right? So look like something is wrong. What we did wrong is this not need to be a parenthesis, this need to be a square bracket, right? So let's see what's the golden cross values is over here. So you can see over here, those are all the golden cross values dot shape, right? Oops, not parentheses again. Yep, there we go, right? So another is bearish, right? Crosses dot shape, right? Well, if I say golden cross dot plot, now you will see the magic, right? Same with the bearish cross, right? Dot plot. Okay, so basically what we are trying to do is like this algorithm will automatically detect those areas where there is a golden cross or bear cross, right? So basically now we need to plot them, right? So what we can see over here, now you can see over here that's the kind of thing it will show up, right? So basically we need to specify this value, so we haven't specified, right? So just let's not use this, right? So let me show you directly how to use this. I'm gonna copy this, right? I'm gonna paste over here, right? So basically after this I need this area of block to implement my code for, especially for plotting. I will say plt. So let's take two of them, plt dot scatter, right? Then I have to define those data over here, right? Which kind of cross I'm using, right? Yeah, then I need to define those data over here, especially which moving average I'm using, right? Then what we can do after this is we can define color, right? Right, after color we can define a marker. After marker we can do a label. Right, so okay, so the first one will be our fill in the blanks, right? So fill in the blanks will be golden cross dot index, and the price we are using for checking those those indicator is like golden cross dot simple moving average 50, right? And the color will be gold, right? And our sorry, it's a little bit small, gold, right? And we can label over here golden cross, right? So another one is we can mention over here bearish cross, right? Dot index, right? And let's say bearish cross dot simple moving average, right? That's gonna be 50, right? And color will be red, right? And a marker, and we can label over here bearish, right? Cross, right? Bearish cross, right? That's look fine. Let's give it a try. If it doesn't work, then we have to do debugging, right? Let's see what's happened, right? So scatter bearish cross dot index yeah, now there we go, right guys? You can see over here, this is the point I have mentioned you on above. See, that's the point. It's been crossing over here. Another crossing point is over here. So that's the another crossing point. You can see over here, that's all the red, which represent the bearish cross, right? You can see all the yellow, that's represent your golden cross, right? So basically, if you have put some of your security over here, then you are able to make some profit, and you have to start selling on this side if you're in a bullish run, right? If you're if you're not doing option trading, if you're trading normally, then of course you're looking for the bullish market eye. And for a lot of people, they also do bearish, right? So that's quite funny, because like you actually putting money on to just to I'm like for the future contract to tell the people that the market will go down. That's also crazy stuff, isn't it? So yeah, it's long shot. So okay, so let's move on, right? So let's move on. So we have did 50 and 100, right? So now the last thing we have left is yeah, long term moving average, right? That's gonna be 50 and 200, right? So guys, that's gonna be very cool, right? So basically it's gonna be really easy, because I'm just gonna copy this, right? And I'll copy this. Before that, right, need to see one more thing somewhere over here. I don't know, I kept something over here, I remember. Yeah, so medium term moving average, right? I'm just gonna copy this just for my reference, right? Because it's better to you know, like the organized, right? So I'm gonna say long term moving average, guys. So if you guys want to work with me, right, on the collaborations, right, you can just contact me on a LinkedIn, and you can contact me on even on a comment session, right, if you want to do some collaborations, right? So yeah, we can do collaborations if you're looking for. So now we gonna do 200, right? So let me read something for you, right? So 200 days moving average. This moving average represent the average price of the past 200 trading days, and is widely regarding as a significant long-term trend indicator, right? So let's say 50 days moving average provide a short-term perspective than the 200 days moving average capture more recent price movement. And similarly, the combinations of two moving averages can help identify the potential entry and exit point based on a short to long term trend, right? So you can use like 100 200 days moving average, but I'm going to use 50 and 200, right? So there's no rules until unless you know how to trade, right? So 200, right? So if you're looking for a long term value, right, so you're welcome. So NVIDIA, I'm gonna call this. Now you can see over here there's a 9 values over here, right? So NVIDIA dot drop and a, right, in place true, right? And I'm gonna say NVIDIA. Now you can see over here those are 200 moving average, so this will reduce our row and column more, right? So that is our shape at the moment, 1527. So what I'm gonna do next is I'm just gonna copy this, the top one, right? So if we find something wrong with the graph, then we can reduce them, right? So let's say 200, right? If something is wrong, we're gonna reduce those 50 to 100, okay? I'm like, sorry, we're gonna increase those 50 to 100, okay? So let's see how it's work. Yeah, that's look absolutely fine. That doesn't give that much bad analogy, right? You can see over here that is the point over here, right? There was still a good trend right till here. So if you are an investor, on a company and you are looking for long-term value, then you can use this kind of chart, especially for 200 moving average and 50, right? If I do something like 100 and 200, let's see what it can bring. So what we can do is like we can just copy this, right? And we're gonna plot over here, and I can say 100, right? Let's say this one be green, right? Okay, let's see how it's look like, right? So 100 stays moving average. Okay, and basically I'm just gonna copy this one also, right? So okay, okay, right guys, now you can see over here. So those are the analogy we can see over here, right? So 50 moving average, 100 moving average, and 200 moving average, right? Right guys, so that's really cool, right? So basically for this one, because let's stick with the plan, that's gonna be 50 and 200, right? So we are not gonna add those 100 over here. If you want to add 100 over here, then we have to redesign those algorithm, right? And there will be a lot of confusion, so basically 2 will be fine. Now you can see over here, yeah, so those are the area, right? And if you hopefully remember, if I can copy this again, right, and just over here and remove those 100 just in case I'm doing reverse engineering, right? So in this case you can see over here there's a long-term value from here. If I have bought something over here and if I have sold something while the market was falling, that would be a really good return for this long-term value, right? We can even like we can even do back testing on this one. We can select this node and this node. We can do back testing, like okay, how much if I have invested and then how much would I have return over here. So if you have a percentage return, then you can multiply those with the amount of investment you have made, right? So hopefully you guys understand, right? So what I basically trying to show you guys on this graph over here, right? So those are basically the 100 and 50 and 100 moving average, right? So now you can see over here on this point and this point and this point. So and we have used the Python programming language, right, just to show those moving average. You can see over here, yeah, those are the 50 and 100 moving average, right? So over here and over here, now you can see over here golden cross and bear cross over here, right? Similarly, if I go for this one, you can see over here golden cross and the bear cross over here, right? Hey guys, hopefully you enjoyed watching this video, and I will provide all these files on the link below the description side. You can download this file from GitHub, and basically if you want to ask me any questions, if you have any problem, just feel free to contact me on LinkedIn, right? Or you can put anything into the comment sections, right guys? So I will see you on next video, right? So you have a nice day, right? Cheers and peace.